Petra, it's been a while. How does it feel to be back in a Grand Slam final?
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been 5 years. You know, that's why I work pretty hard to be back there. It just tastes very great, so I'm really happy to be there again. To be honest, I think that not very people believe that I can do that again, to stand on the court and then play tennis and kind of play on this level. It was just really a few of them, I think, and I'm very happy to have those few around me, which is the best, I think. And definitely feels great, hopefully, for them as well, for my family and for everybody who was there when I needed it. So, yeah, what I can say.
Does they seem like 5 very long years for you, or does the Wimbledon final from 2014 feel like close?
You know, those losses felt pretty long. I had like 2 highlights when I reached the quarterfinal US Open, and I think last year was okay in the USS as well. So it was always much better in that. But obviously, like for the mental side, it wasn't really easy to kind of deal with that every time coming to the Grand Slam and losing. So maybe that's why it's probably more sweeter than should be.
On the roof being closed, what was your knowledge of the rules coming into the match? And how pleased were you? Because it was getting extremely hot out there, wasn't it?
Actually, I knew it for a few days that Thursday, Friday should be very, very hot. So this morning I actually asked Laura from WTA how is the rules that I know before coming to the court. She told me that's what happened in the court afterwards. They closed the roof. I think it's great to have this rule. If we do have those options with the roof, I think it's great. I think sometimes it's very dangerous to play in this kind of heat. So I'm really for it.
Petra, I understand you met with Monica Seles in June, and you feel a bond with her after her attack. Her comeback slam, I guess, was here in Melbourne. I wondered if you'd had any contact with her since then.
I didn't know that, actually. It's nice then. No, unfortunately, I don't have any contact, but as you said, in June, I met her for the first time. Actually, she was the one who wanted to meet me, so it was just great and a big honor. And I know that the attack on her affected her career a lot, especially when it happened on the court. So it's a bit different, but it was such a nice feeling to meet someone who kind of went through same things and thoughts and everything. So yeah, it was very nice.
You said that you worked very hard to get to this point, but in terms of your physical strength, you look particularly strong this year. I just wondered if there's anything particularly you did in the off-season to get so strong, and if it helped your mental game as well when you got here.
I don't think I changed anything specifically. I just think that when I got fitter during the last year as well, I just think that it was just more about the amount of it, like more weights, more running, more hours when you train than I was able to do it before. So I don't think that I did anything specifically differently. Of course, it's helping my mental as well, that I know that I can catch more balls, that I can be there longer time, even it's heat. I think I'm able to be there and run and fight whatever is happening. So definitely it's everything is together, it's very connected, and I'm happy for that.
You mentioned a few people around you. It's also been noticeable that there's only been a few people in your box. I understand that has been like a conscious measure of yours. Can you explain why that's important, to only have a couple of people there and not a big team?
You know, it's kind of far away from Europe to Australia, so probably that's why. But yeah, it's my tennis coach, my fitness coach, and my agent in the box, and they are for sure those 3 were there when I really needed it. Of course, there is few more, but it's just a long way, as I said. Actually, like, I think almost everyone who really helped me during that period came for my first match in French Open and stayed there. In Wimbledon, my doctor came as well. So it's nothing, this is only 3 in the box, but it's just how it is.
Obviously, your courage and your story has inspired many, many people. I know you've been asked this many times, but would you share what you really had to draw on after the terrible incident, and also what it means to finally win, to finally reach a Grand Slam final?
Well, to be honest, I'm still not really believing that I'm in the final. It's kind of weird, to be honest, as well, that I didn't know even if I'm going to play tennis again. Yeah, it wasn't a really nice time to be dealing with everything. It wasn't only like physically, but mentally it was very tough as well. It took me really a while to believe to the people around me again, and especially to the men, for sure. So I wasn't pretty confident to be alone somewhere. I do remember coming first time I was alone in the locker room in Prague in the club, and I came to my team and said, well, it was first time I was alone there, and yeah, it was a good one that I really felt okay. And yeah, it was a lot of work with the hand. It was a lot of recovery treatment. It was, I think that's kind of the sport life helped me a lot with that. I just set up the mind that I really wanted to come back, and I just did everything. So I was like practicing with the hand like 2 or 3 times per day, which I don't know if normal person will do that, but of course that I needed the hand to be back on the court, not only on the court, but be able to kind of live normal life. And yeah, that's how it was. Like those 3 months were very, very tough. I find out lately that my doctor was very he wasn't really happy with my hand during the 2nd month because the scars were very, very tight and hard, and I couldn't really do anything with that. So it's luckily he didn't tell me like during that period. He waited when he could tell me. So I think that the kind of the mental side was there, and I really need to be strong and not really thinking too negatively about it. But of course, those thoughts were there as well, and yeah, it's been a long journey.
Petra, a couple of years ago, you played great, then the next year not so great. 2 years later, you seem very mature. Do you feel that way when you get on court?
Well, it's tough to say that I didn't play well. I was still top 10, which I don't think it's that bad, but I just didn't really have the success on the Grand Slams. I think afterwards I've been a little bit more mature to win the 2nd title in Wimbledon was like, I think, much more sweeter for me, kind of be able to repeat it. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm like more mature now, but it's I think it's the life process which everybody is going through, and I think it's the same with me. So, yeah.
Lina is here. She's playing legend matches, and she said she hopes you can win the tournament. A few days ago.
She's sweet.
And there is a rumor she will represent the trophy during the ceremony. So how do you think about what she said?
Well, I know she's here. I saw her in the TV when she received the award of the Hall of Fame. She texted me too, so we are in touch for sure. But we didn't see each other live, unfortunately. I don't know how that is possible, but it's true. Yeah, I know she's great, and it'll be nice if I can do it here, same as her, but we'll see. And about the trophy ceremony, I don't know anything, and actually I don't really care right now, so whatever.
Petra, you mentioned on court that you like playing finals. I'm curious to know, do you know that you've won your last 8 consecutive, or you didn't know the stat? And how much confidence do you take from your strong record in finals entering this one?
Last 8? I think it was the last 7, wasn't it?
I think it's 8 with Sydney.
Yeah, okay.
I'll check again, but
that's fine. Whatever. And what was the question?
How much confidence do you take from your strong record in finals entering this one?
I think it feels better to knowing kind of this, that I do have better percentage of winning than losing in the final. Every final is different because every time it's just different opponent or a different place or time. So. And this is kind of different too. It's a Grand Slam, so I know I do have 100% of winning it, but you never really know. I don't know who I'm going to face either, so we'll see. But as I said on the court, I really love playing finals. I love playing on the big stages, and that will be one of them. So I will really look forward to.
There's obviously a chance that you might play Carolina. What is it about the Czech tennis system to produce, I mean, you've produced a lot of champions over the years, but again, to have 2 players that may play off in the final?
It's a good question. And I never really know the answer for it. Maybe something in the water or in the air, but we do have great history of tennis in Czech Republic. We have many, many legends, and I think the tennis is very popular in Czech Republic. Almost everyone can play. I know it's expensive sport, so it's not really easy for a kid to play. But I think it's about the parents as well who took us to the tennis courts and played and really have a time spending with us on the court. And then I think, you know, those coaches, we need them. We need them to show us what we have to do when we are in the kind of puberties, you know. So to do what we have to do, and yeah, luckily we do have kind of these players. I think you know, when we are playing Fed Cup finals, it's amazing that the captain can choose from who gonna play, and that's very nice that if someone is not really ready, that someone else can play and win it. So I think it's great, and it's kind of motivating each other, I think, as well.